Hello there. Welcome to my channel as well as to this video. There's three reasons why this box is here. The first one is I've been reading comics for all over 33 years. Which means the ones that I first bought are getting old. And like this one here. This is released in '87. I only paid $1 for it back then. It's bordered and bagged. But how does one preserve it a little bit longer from the environment, I should say, when you slab it? And that's where CGC comes into play. It's a certified guaranteed company in which they grade comic books as well as magazines. But once it's graded and it's slabbed, then you can't open that comic book ever again. And that's a big commitment. Like, do I have to slab it? But you have to preserve it because in my opinion, it comes down to the paper quality of the book. After rereading it over, you're like, yeah, it's starting to show its age. So that's the first reason why this box is here, is that I'm at that step where I'm ready to preserve them. I'm not ready to sell them. Give me 20 years. Give me 20 years, and then maybe I start feel like selling. There's such an economy out there to buy and selling slabs. I can't even wrap my head around it. But, so yeah, that's the first reason. The second reason why this box is here is I just want to show family members and relatives just the process of CGC grading. Because what if I'm involved in another fender bender? What if the guy hits me harder next time and I end up in the hospital in a coma? Then my evil brother accidentally trips over the cord that's connected to the machine that keeps me alive. The machine malfunctions, I die, I go to heaven because I've broken no laws of any kind whatsoever. Who will know what the grades are for my future pedigree collection? Now my sister, who has the artistic skills in the family, she wouldn't know the grade of one comic book. Now my parents, their house is too tiny, too small to store 39 comic book boxes. They look at those boxes and say $390. My answer to that is no. Grade them. And then there's my evil brother. That was no accident. He's going to get a whooping. So that's the second reason. Just so that they know that there's value in those boxes. You just have to know where to look. The third reason why this box is here is buying today's comics, new comics, is not cheap. $4 to $5 per comic. So you start thinking, well, if over a month span, if I set aside $80 to preserving the comics that I already have in my collection, then eventually those values will go up. Whereas the new comics today, maybe they will go up if more comics go digital, because that's what's happening, and it's sad that the main companies like Marvel and DC are sending a lot of comics to digital instead of print. But then again, when you go to a comic book store, you don't see kids buying comics. You don't. So that's the third reason. So I guess it's time to open up the box. So let's see what's inside the box. Now there's actually two grades when it comes to grading. It's the condition of the book and the quality of the paper. The grading goes for the for the book itself from 0.5 to 10. And like the quality of the paper goes from white all the way down to brittle. It's kind of cool. Ah, yes. See, this is the first issue of Modern Age of Superman, first issue, 9.6. Now, what really surprised me, and this is white pages. Now, what really surprised me with this book was that I thought it'd be off-white because the pages, I thought maybe the dye from the first page sort of seeped through, but they said it was white pages. Can you imagine if Superman died in the first issue? So think of all the money I would have saved if Superman died. I only paid probably $1 for this. $1. Those were the days, I tell you. I sent this one in. I should back up here. I forgot to mention some stuff here. So besides slabbing it, CGC also describes if there's any key factors in the book itself. So there's the first appearance of new Metago, and this direct editions include the Man of Steel contest form. So I have the contest form in this book. Man, they did a nice job impressing. And then, of course, they describe the artist, the cover, John Byrne, Terry Austin. Let's see here. The reason I sent this one in was I thought maybe that it would be, I thought maybe there'd be a little information about someone else is wearing Diana's uniform. The 9.6 off-white pages. Did I say off-white? I meant white pages. And this is direct sales as well. There's direct sales, you have newsstand variation as well. But this direct sales is like on my file, like, yeah, I want this book. So yeah, it's not Diana wearing her costume, it's somebody else. I thought for sure maybe they'd have a little footnote, because this would be the first appearance where she's wearing her, Artemis was wearing Wonder Woman's costume. Ah, the 90s. Let's put this one over here. Oops. Trying to find a good stand for these. Pretty heavy. Now this is kind of cool. This is 9.6 white pages again. This is a nice cover. Good old Joker. And of course, the information they have is a Joker appearance. And of course, she's not wearing her uniform. She's wearing something else. Because she's not official Wonder Woman. So she's got to wear a different uniform. Yeah, it's nice. Nice cover. So this issue here, 9.6 white pages, which is awesome. And the reason I sent this book in is that I thought it'd be a minor key issue, which it was, because it's the first appearance of Hank Henshaw, who later became Cyborg Superman, who eventually destroyed Coast City, which was the home of Green Lantern. Cyborg Superman eventually showed up in the Supergirl TV series, as well as the animated Superman TV movie a couple of years ago. So it's kind of cool how this character, kind of cool to see how this character unfolded. And this group of individuals is kind of a riff on Fantastic Four. Because, of course, the Fantastic Four belongs to the Marvel Universe. So this shows what would happen if characters similar to Fantastic Four try to survive in the DC Universe. Of course, all of them, I think all three of them, except for the woman, died. So no Fantastic Four in the DC Universe. This was a great cover. This is why I sent this issue in, because it was the start of one of Superman's major villains, really. So that's cool. The last one. Oh no, I got a couple more here. And this is another, I guess you'd say, key issue. And this I read this a lot back in the day. Only Superman had died in this one too. Now this is 9.2. And the reason it's 9.2 is it probably had some spine ticks. Well, what is spine ticks? Well, you open up the book long enough, well, you end up getting some wrinkles, I guess you'd say, along the corner. I bought this for $1 back in '87. So the reason this is a sort of a key issue, it's the first appearance of Sir Banshee. And she just killed Superman. Superman's dead. Man, if Superman died in this issue too, then I would have saved a lot of money. So it's the first appearance of Sir Banshee, as well as there's a Martin Manhunter appearance and Batman appearance in this particular issue. And as I stated before, like, you can't crack this open. You lose the grade, 9.2. I'm happy with 9.2. You know, I knew sending it in that, like, I had no idea what the grade would be. It was a good storyline. But yeah, it's the first appearance of Sir Banshee. I have no problem with the grade. I had all these were graded and pressed. Now from the second box, because I want to edit this video down as much as possible. There's only 2 comics in it. And I sent this one in because I wanted to preserve it, and I love the cover on this book. As well as Superman 9.0 white pages. Superman killed some Kryptonians in this book, which affect them mentally down the line as well. So yeah, Superman did some killing. He had to kill some villains. Yeah, 9.0. You know, I knew, sent it in, I knew that there was some ticks because why? I read the book. It's a nice cover. Oops, I'll set this here. And the last book from the last box, it was Birds of Prey. It's from a miniseries. I just enjoyed the cover. 9.6 white pages. Yay! Now, initially, I was going to send, because this was the very first one-shot of Birds of Prey. But I never sent it in because there's a little rip on the last page. And I wanted, this is my first time sending stuff in for CGC. I just wanted to send in the books that I knew with the least amount of damage, I guess you could say, to your comic book. So I didn't want to send, I'll eventually send this one in because it's the first story of Birds of Prey. Eventually, after this, there is, you had the miniseries, you had actually, besides the 4-issue miniseries of this one, I think there was another one which I have, and maybe another one-shot. Before they actually got ahead, DC, they said, okay, we're going to give you the green light, and we're going to give you a title. And that title lasted 5 or 6 years. So that was awesome. But initially, it was cool to actually see minor characters besides Batman and Superman get their stories told. So what I'm doing, this is the first issue of the miniseries, 9.6. What I'm doing is I'm going to send the other 3. Like, I'll enjoy the covers. You know, I want to preserve them. So what's kind of cool with CGC is that you can register your books, and there's a census of all the graded books. And when this came back, 9.6 white pages miniseries, well, I was the only one with 9.6 miniseries. So that was kind of cool. Because like I said, people, the majority of the comic book collectors, the object is to slab the key issues, like Amazing Spider-Man 300. Ugh. Key issues, first appearance, first issue, and so forth. But for me, I'm preserving the books that are old, you know. But this one here, I just wanted to send something related to Birds of Prey. And I was curious, like this is in late this 96, was it? Late 96, and I was just curious what the grade would be like. Came back 9.6. So I just sent the second issue of this miniseries down, and just to get the miniseries out of the way, and that'll be that. But eventually, I'll send this down because it's got I don't have this border because I don't want to mess up the little rip that's already on the back end here. But eventually, this will be graded because this was the first time that Black Canary and Oracle, which is formerly Batgirl, got together and had an adventure. And there's great cover, great art in it. But eventually I'll send this down the road. But yeah, right now, the next set will be Signature. I was not going to do it, but this pandemic sort of messing with everybody's minds. So the next slabs that are coming back, actually signature signings from some two great artists. So that's maybe a month's time, maybe more. So yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. Get you guys later. I just wanted to show you this census about my birds of prey. Prior to mine being graded, there was no other slab at 9.6. But as you can see afterwards, it was one at 9.6, which is mine. And it's June 1st, it's still just little old me at 9.6. And that's pretty much it. Catch you guys later.